I think now it's most important that also the shipping industry is really speeding up its efforts. After the Paris Agreement, we saw that also the aviation sector took on board some action. We can discuss whether it's ambitious or not, but now really the shipping industry and the shipping emissions also need to go down. You can compare them with a country like Japan or Germany, so big emissions, and they just have to take on board reduction targets. The emissions need to go down. And capping emissions doesn't mean capping the growth in transport. It just means that we have to push new technologies, and that really needs to happen fast. So this week, political discussions on taking those reduction targets on board is crucial.
There's been considerable opposition, I guess, to an EU stance that the IMO needs to take action, and in particular an EU threat to impose an ETS, emissions trading, on the shipping sector if it doesn't deliver. What kind of response have you met here this week? Are people willing to hear you out, or is there a bit of hostility?
Well, people indeed call it a threat, although I don't really see that, because if you really look what the European Parliament adopted, is that it's saying after 2023, if IMO has not taken its action, then at least we will make sure that the shipping under EU waters will fall under ETS, will fall under emission trading. So we give until 2023, that's also the deadline that IMO gave itself. So the only thing we do is saying, okay, if you don't then deliver, then we will take action at the European level. Is that a threat? I think we just take climate change serious, and if the world is not doing it, then at least in European waters we do it.
In the IMO, not many people, I guess even in London, would know that there's a UN body here, but in the context of the Paris Agreement and the US threat to pull out of the Paris Agreement, US is still in it, of course, at the moment, but in the context of that, how important is it that there is action here?
I think it's important. Welcome to London. I think it's important that now also the IMO is showing that the rest of the world is really keep on implementing Paris. I mean, now we know that there is a debate at the global level. What is it going to mean that Trump and the United States are going to bail out? Well, we see within the United States all kind of states are saying, well, we will proceed. I think it's important that the UN bodies show that we are proceeding as well. And in a way, international shipping is now the first test case under Trump presidency. And we know that the United States is only marginally present here with a very small delegation. I think the rest of the world really needs to show that also without the United States, the world is moving on, also with shipping.